'cause the Lord is my shepherd. I have everything I need. He lets me rest in the meadow's grass and leads me beside the quiet stream. He restores my failing hand, and he helps me to do what others him to most. That's why I'm safe. That's why I'm safe. That's why I'm safe. Safe in his arms. Because the Lord is my shepherd, I have everything I need. He lets me rest in the meadow's grass, and he leads me beside the quiet stream. He restores my failing health, and he helps me to do what others him the most. That's why I'm safe. That's why I'm safe. That's why I'm safe. Safe in his arms. When the storm, when the storm and the billows oh, they begin to roll, and I'm glad he shall hide me. So glad, I'm glad he shall hide me. When the storm doesn't start raining, I can't find no place to rest. He shall hide me. I'm so glad, I'm glad he shall hide me. I'm so glad he shall hide me. Safe in his arms. Safe in his loving arms. He'll take me and love me. Yes, safe in his miracles when you move, such an easy thing for you to do. Your hand is moving right now. You are still showing up at the tomb of every Lazarus. Your voice is calling me out. And right now, I know you're able. And my God, come through again. You can do all things. You can do all things but fail. 'Cause you never lost a battle. No, you never lost a battle. And I know, you never will. Everything's possible by the power of the Holy Ghost. A new wind is blowing right now, breaking my heart of stone, taking over like it's Jericho, and my walls are all crashing down. But right now, I know you're able, and my God, come through again. You can do all things. You can do all things but fail. 'Cause you never lost the battle. No, you never lost the battle. And I know, you never will. You can do all things. Oh, yeah. You can do all things but fail. 'Cause you never lost the battle. No, you never lost the battle. And I know, you never will. You never lost the battle. You never lost the battle. You never lost the battle. You never will. You never lost the battle. You never lost the battle. You never lost the battle. Never. You can do all things but fail. You can do all things but fail. 'Cause you never lost. You never lost. I know. You never will. You can do all things. Oh, you can do everything else. 'Cause you never lost the battle. No, you never lost the battle. And I know, you never will. I know, you never will. Never lost. You never will. Good Sunday morning. I'm Teddy, and you are listening to Messy Mocha on a Sunday morning. I thought I'd start off with a little inspiration gospel music this morning. The first one we played was Safe in His Arms, Reverend Milton Brunson, followed by Never Lost, C.C. Winans. That's right. Never lost a battle. Never fail. God never loses battles. Never. I just say, let his will be done, and let his grace abide bountifully in the weeks and days ahead. It is Sunday, April the 6th. Shout out to the mob, all my other beers, and the honey beers. Yeah, it's a beautiful day, isn't it? It's another day. It is. And this week I've been out quite a bit, and I've been driving, on the highways, and I've been out during rush hour traffic. And sometimes during rush hour, it can get a little crazy, especially when you are trying or coming to, let's say, um, a very busy exchange of major interstate highways. And the lanes are 6 wide. Yeah. And you're trying to merge and you see up ahead, well up ahead, but people are bearing down. And top that off with construction right now, busy, start of the season for construction on various highways, freeways, interstate. And people are about their business. Some are rushing, some are headed to work, some are coming home from work and out in that traffic. Well, this week I was on the highway and I was trying to get over to Interstate 96. All right. I was on I-275. People have put my address out. People, can just uh, zoom in on where I live, right? So I'm not that far from those interstate, okay, highways, okay. And I was um, headed, I wanted to get on eastbound because I was yes, I was headed south on 275 and I wanted to go east down toward Detroit, okay. And I was, in my lane. And then I crossed lanes. And then suddenly this car in front of me, it was almost like an abrupt, almost came to a very sudden slow. I guess because as he was approaching, or he or she was approaching, traffic coming up. Okay, because the lane suddenly, they got cut off by the barrels, and it appeared that 96, as if there was going to be a detour, but there wasn't. It was so narrow that if you weren't ready, to merge left, you would have just kept going, straight south. And I'm telling you, he stopped so suddenly, I didn't have time. I only had split second to get out of the way of just ramming him from behind. I didn't even have time to look right for traffic. I had to. I'm telling you, it would have been a major crash because people were coming from behind and it would have just been tragic. And I'm telling you, when I got on 96 and I was just thinking about, oh my, how different life would be right now had that happened. I don't know. It could have been devastating. I could have been on that day in the hospital or worse. I could have. We never know what each day will bring. Okay. And you don't have to be out in, rush hour traffic, but rush hour traffic is intense. And if I don't necessarily have to, schedule myself around it or go a different route, especially um, if I'm well ahead of a deadline, let's just say that. And I have plenty of time. Yeah. But I'm just thankful that I'm here this morning and I can share with all of you more beautiful music, talk, your emails, some conversation. And yeah, you can email me just in case right now at unwinewithteddy@gmail.com. Also, this morning, I didn't send out a notification, but I did a little test of the sound on station head. So everything is good there. Mhm. Some people miss last night, I'll just say, our pre video. Someone, sent a little note. And I said, well, you missed it. You missed the receipt that I played. So, yeah, people are busy and, doing things. And I came on rather late, about a quarter to 11. And then I came back on at 11:15. Mhm. So, in case you missed last night, go and catch Night Talk. Yeah, we come on uh, pretty much each night, sometime between now, it's been after 10 o'clock. I don't know how soon I will be moving it up. Okay. But sometimes you just never know. I might surprise you. Mhm. So now let me come out and read some of your comments. Maybe I'll give you an update on some of the headlines, but it's Sunday. And I'm sure all of you have things you'd like to get underway. Yeah. So right here, I'm just going to jump down there. Good morning to Bless, as God said, touch not my snores and do my prophets no harm. You are covered in his blood. It's only by his mercy and grace that we are here, each and every one of us. Mhm. Yes, Love Wins, good morning, says, I'm glad you made it out of that safe and sound. Mhm. I am too. Good morning to Junebug, Teddy, Juju, Spirit, and Gia, you say. Good morning to my moderator, Baby Juju. Says good morning to Junebug. Blessed Sunday morning. Yes. Spirit says grandson. Grandson. Yes. Like it's the sun outside. Mhm. Someone says grand rising. Didn't someone give a comment about that the other day? Or was that in the post? If you know, uh, it seems that I remember talk about it being a, a dual meeting or something. Did it have anything to do with sororities, fraternities, anything with Greek? I don't know. Is vague. Is vague to me. If you know. Mhm. All right. Gia, of course, Gia Papaya. Good morning, Teddy. Well, good morning, Gia. Always looking for a little tea this morning. I know, I know. You want some hot tea, any morning. Well, that's coffee, but you could put, tea in your cup. That's right. Grab your cup and let's sip this morning mocha. Oh, Bless recalls. It was in someone's post. What is supposed to be the meaning of it? Hmm. I've always thought it was like good morning. Just another way of saying it. Followed by spirit. Yes, many of us use it instead of saying, or instead of good morning. All right. Or morning. Mm, all right. Yeah, we can all of us can learn something every single day. There's just too much in life to learn that we're not going to learn it all. None of us. Yeah. Yeah. But the one thing is, as long as you have a functioning, your faculties about you're not injured in any way. Um, I'm talking about the function of your brain, especially your frontal lobe and all of that. Um, you should still be able to learn something. Yeah. And even communicate, and even if there is damage done. Now, with medical breakthroughs, science, and all of that, there are so many ways to communicate, even if you can't speak. Yes, there are medical devices, equipment that can be used and or implanted, or it's just, I would say it's a wonderful time, a great time to be alive, and just to see the rapid pace by which medical, some people call them miracles, are made. Hmm. Combining science and research and that. Mhm. I haven't seen a movie, but I heard while driving this morning something about lorazepam being introduced or talked about in a movie. Let me just see what that is about. Is there a movie featuring lorazepam? Seems like there is. And while I'm checking, if you find it, let's see. Let's try it this way. I don't want to get it incorrect. That's why I paused. I said, maybe I need to do a little checking. Wonder, was it a movie or is it on TV? Or I don't seem to find anything just yet. All right. Hmm. Well, in case you're wondering, lorazepam is a benzodiazepine. It's to help for some people with, say, anxiety and different indications. maybe I can talk about it, during my night talk and some of the effects of it and, why it's prescribed and that. Um, no, I thought I heard it mentioned, and that's why it kind of grabbed my attention. I was like, ooh, that would be an interesting topic to speak. Yeah, I have I have prescribed it. Mhm. Xanax and a number of anxiolytics and psychotropic drugs. I have. Mhm. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Should we play a little bit more music for this Sunday morning? Let's do that. The Commodores, Jesus is Love, I Will Come Back. Maybe just take a brief look at the headlines when I return.
Father, help your children and don't let them fall by the side of the road. And teach them to love one another, that heaven might find a place in their heart. 'Cause Jesus is love. He won't let you down, and I know He's mine forever. In my heart, we've got to walk on through temptation, 'cause His love and His wisdom will be our helping hand. I know the truth, and His word will be our salvation. Lift up our hearts to be thankful and glad that Jesus is love. He won't let you down, and I know He's mine deep down in my soul. Jesus is love. Oh, yes, He won't let you down, and I know He's mine, oh man, forever. In my heart, help me. Heart. I know. His love's the power. His love's the glory. Forever. follow your star wherever it leads me. I don't mind, Lord. I hope you don't mind. I want to walk with you, talk with you, do all the things you want me to do. Cause I know that Jesus is love. I know that. And if you are so, love is the word forever. Who can bring you love? Jesus. Who can bring you joy? Jesus. Who can turn your life around? Jesus. Oh, oh yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Who will pick you up? Ooh, when you fall. Jesus. Who'll stand beside you? Jesus. Who'll love us all? Hey, Jesus. Jesus. One thing I want to say. Who can heal your body? Jesus. Who can make it strong? Jesus. Who can help you to hold out? Jesus. A little while longer. Ooh, yeah. 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 Jesus loves you. Jesus wants you. If you call him, he will answer. Jesus. Call him in the morning. Jesus. Call him in the evening. Jesus. Call him in the midnight hour.
All right. Commodores, Jesus is love. All right, so you can see the headlines there. If you haven't heard, there's a lot of protests that are going on. Let me just catch you up on that before we just scour this front of the pages here, or online page of CNN. So, Trump's trade war, the effects of President Donald Trump's tariffs are starting to be felt across the globe, with his blanket 10% tax on imports now in effect. I mentioned it earlier this week. And with much steeper tariffs for many countries coming this week ahead. Trump has so far struck a defiant tone despite growing recession fears. He mentioned, in the beginning, it's going to be a little bit, and this is my words, you know, uncomfortable, but just wait. Things are going to improve for all of us here, going to the pump, going to buy groceries, going to purchase, vehicles, housing, all of that. Some people can't wait that long, and higher prices seem to be ahead. On to mass protests. Millions of protesters gathered in all 50 states and globally yesterday for coordinated demonstrations against Trump and Elon Musk Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE. Many rallies are expected at Tesla showrooms today. That's millions. Mhm. Uh, I'm sure you've heard, again, uh, Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. I believe her birthday has come and gone. She wanted mass protests for her birthday. She said peaceful protests against Elon Musk and Tesla. Mhm. If you know, has it come and gone? She's in the news every day. She is now becoming more and more the one of the faces of the Democratic Party. Maybe she's progressive, you know. like AOC, perhaps. But she seems to be getting even more visibility. All right, on to the week ahead. Let's catch you up. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is flying to the U.S. today ahead of a meeting with Trump at the White House tomorrow. His office reported also keep an eye on the GOP's effort to advance Trump's multi-trillion-dollar agenda this week as some conservatives signal a spending fight ahead. All right, so GOP rift grows over Cornyn Senate seat. Who is closest to Trump? A visual guide to proximity to power. I was looking at this White House layout. Susie Wiles there. Let's She's just down the hall. She has a corner office right there. But look who's closest to him. This is, let's do it like that. So Trump, it says, has surrounded himself with his closest, most loyal advisors. The majority of people who work out of the West Wing have worked for him before, whether in his 2024 campaign, during his first administration, or both. And unlike in 2017, when Trump hired top aides from more traditional GOP circles, his team is now largely aligned with the president and far less likely to push back on his key policy decisions. So we've got Dan Scavino, a deputy chief of staff, one of Trump's longest serving advisors, has the office closest to the Oval, just next to the president's private dining room. Beside him is seated James Blair, Trump's deputy chief of staff for legislative affairs, who served as the president's 2024 political director. Blair now occupies the office formerly held in 2017 by Steve Bannon, who served as Trump's chief strategist. Then there's Susie Wiles, whom Trump has recently referred to as the most powerful woman in the world. She's taken the office typically used by chiefs of staff who came before her, all of whom were men. So there you have it, the White House first floor. Yeah. Carolyn Leavitt, press secretary. I wonder where she hangs out. Always close to the president because she has to be in the know. Absolutely has to be in the know of everything so she can face the press corps. Okay. All right. What else? Let's check on 32 minutes ago. Let's get rid of that. Put my coffee cup back up. Probably much rather see that. About the tariffs, Agriculture Secretary touts new American order, but doesn't clarify if tariffs will stay. And more protests are planned today at Tesla showrooms after yesterday's mass demonstrations. Let's talk about that for a moment. Peaceful protests. Yeah, we can protest here in this country. People can go out, wave banners, and share their views. Yeah. At least, though, a dozen more protests are planned at Tesla showrooms across the United States today as backlash continues against CEO Elon Musk for his Department of Government Efficiency's role in President Donald Trump's sweeping government overhaul. Some Tesla locations doubled as sites for hands off rallies yesterday. All right, so I guess that's the name of the rallies, hands off. Like, yes, Elon, hands off this, or, you know, hands off the courts, hands off, different areas within the government. The broader movement that has, what does it say, saw millions of people protest Trump's administration in all 50 states and across the world. The mass protests were organized by a pro democracy movement made up of civil rights organizations, veterans, women's rights groups, labor unions, and LGBTQ plus advocates. Yesterday's demonstrations followed weeks of events organized by grassroots Tesla Takedown. That would be the one Congresswoman uh, Jasmine Crockett. She is leading that. I'll just say big part of that. Tesla Takedown movement, which held more than 200 demonstrations at locations belonging to Musk Company last weekend alone. The Tesla Takedown campaign encourages Tesla drivers to sell their vehicles. It also urges company stakeholders to sell their shares of stock to hurt the world's richest man whose wealth is mostly tied to the electric vehicle maker. Now, if shares are down and you're a shareholder, you're supposed to buy low, sell high. Buy low, sell high. And if the shares are down, why would, let's say I had 100 shares of Tesla right now. I don't know what they're trading for. That would be something of what are they trading for right now? Let's look it up. Let's look that up. What is the Tesla stock price today? It's $239.43 on the close of business on Friday. And it's down $27.85 or 10.42% of that. The previous it was at 267.28. So at 100 shares, you have 2,700, just say $2,800. Do you want to hold? Do you want to support this Tesla takedown campaign? Put aside what you think about your portfolio and rally behind this Tesla takedown campaign. What would you advise someone who the stock is tumbling, not as rapidly, but it is falling? That's 10%. Yeah. So these protests seem to be effective. They do. The more noise, the more protests, the more visibility. And yes, there have been people interviewed who previously owned um, one of those electric vehicles. Mhm. The cyber truck. And there's other vehicles too, but the cyber truck gets the most attention, I think, right now. I think there's other, Elon Musk make his company. There must be more than just the Cybertruck. I don't know. I've seen several in passing in this area, and when I remember when I first saw this large, stainless, it looked like stainless steel um, coming down down the street. I'm like, what is that? Have you seen the? I know you've seen the lines, and at first I thought it had to be some type of. I thought it was a maybe army vehicle, but I knew it wasn't painted green. But I just couldn't. It just looks so grand. All this metal and sleek kind of, design at you. It's it can be quite intimidating at first. I think again, it's just my impression. Yeah, but if you own one, I do not. I can't even tell you how much they cost until now. Tesla Cybertruck. How much do they cost? I didn't know I was going to get into this, but you never know. Oh, all right. So just under $80,000. 2025 Tesla Cybertruck starts at 79,990. Why don't they just round it up $10? 600 horsepower, dual motor, all-wheel drive electric powertrain. And nearly all of the cars available feature come standard. Well, it should for $80,000. So there's on-screen 18.5, so 18 and a half touch screen, panoramic roof, and plenty of driver assistance technology. Are you going to be one of the first to purchase a car that can be completely, hands-free driven? Are you ready for that technology? I see Love Wins down at the bottom says it looks, yes, like a Batman vehicle. Yeah, like something, powerful and yeah. Have you seen that? Have you seen anyone around driving what looks to be a Batman vehicle? I have. There are a lot of car enthusiasts around. And in August, every August, it's usually mid August, Detroit has it's called, I think it's Woodward Dream Car. I've been down, and people drive their old vehicles. You know what? I need to qualify that. They're old vehicles. No, no, I'm not good. That is not what they do. These are older cars uh, that are in fabulous shape. Some of them one of a kind, and it's a large show of power and some wealth, I think, because some of these vehicles are very, um, expensive to buy. There's people, older model, thank you, older model vehicles. Yes. and that you can see on the road. So, as I was saying, they're antiques. Yes, thank you, Vicky. There are a lot of car enthusiasts, and especially when it comes to older uh, model vehicles or antique. That's the proper way to put it. Antique. hmm Older model vehicles that you can see. I mean, people come from all around just to see uh, the Woodward dream cars, or you know, it runs for the like a weekend, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. People take out, their lawn chairs and they sit along Woodward, and other people walk, and you can just, I mean, it just goes from city to city. It's beginning at, maybe they've extended it. I'm not sure, but I know it. You can begin at 9 Mile and go all the way out beyond, uh, like Birmingham, Bloomfield, all the way up Woodward, and then turn around. Maybe some people even go up to Pontiac and turn around and come back down. But it is a lot of fun. But yes, I have seen the Batman vehicle. There are some people who garages that I've seen have like a lift where they drive in their garage, and another car is above. You would think that you were at like a dealership. Yes, I've seen a few people around here. They some people have a lot of vehicles. Yeah, and a lot of people out in this area, they are also into their horses. There's a lot of horse farms. There used to be, but more and more are being moved out a little bit further as development is going on. But um, this used to be a lot of farmland where I live, maybe 30 years ago, and more. And you can see, pockets and people, yeah, just driving their vehicles and enjoying, uh, I guess, enjoying their life. Mhm. Vicky says my grandson is into car shows. Yeah, Detroit has, we have the auto show as well. Down it was Cobo Hall. It's always big, and I think it's in January. Yeah, I've been, many times, many years to that, and it's a lot of fun. Yeah, yeah, especially if you're looking for a new car, you can, go and just see everything pretty much all at once. Yeah. So, Detroit is, what to like about Detroit. Detroit has quite a bit to offer, and it's certainly on the upswing. Uh, yeah, it's changing. The landscape, the face of Detroit is changing. It has changed. Yeah, it has. I mentioned when there is Google downtown Detroit, and when I first saw it, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It just stands out. Yeah, if we thought you were in California somewhere, except it was cold. Um, but yes, Google has a campus downtown. Mhm. So if Google's here and other, companies are bringing um, their headquarters to the region, that's good for Michigan. It's good for the economy here. It's good, for workers, jobs. Although it's kind of, it's kind of mixed right now with what's going on, with the tariffs. A lot of people worried about jobs. A lot of people were concerned about Doge, the effect. So I don't know. Anyway, I've been on almost an hour. Yeah. Let me go ahead and check my email again, and I will be right back. We'll wrap this up. We're approaching the 11 o'clock hour.
When you've done all you can, and it seems like it's never enough. And what do you say when your friends turn away and you're all alone? Tell me, what do you give when you're giving your all and seems like you can't make it through? Well, you just stand when there's nothing left to do. You just stand, watch the Lord see you through. Yes, after you've done all you can, you just stand. Tell me, how do you handle the guilt of your past? Tell me, how do you deal with the shame? And how can you smile while your heart has been broken and filled with pain, Tell me, what do you give when you're giving your all? Yeah. Seems like you can't make it through. Child, you just stand when there's nothing left to do. You just stand, watch the Lord see you through. Yes, after you've done all you can, you just stand and be sure you're not entangled in that bondage again. You just stand and endure. God has a purpose. Yes, God has a plan. Tell me, what do you do when you've done all you can, and it seems like you can't make it through? Child, you just stand. You just stand. Stand. Don't you dare give up through the storms. Stand through the rain, through the hurt, yeah, through the pain. Don't you bow and don't you bend. Don't give up. No, don't give in. Hold on. Hey, just be strong. God will step in. It won't be long, no. After you've done all you can. After you've done all you can. through after you've gone through the pain, oh my, after you've gone through the storms, hallelujah. After you've gone through the rain, prayed and cried, prayed and cried, prayed and cried, prayed and cried, oh my. After you've done all you can, you just stand. Oh.
Donnie McClurkin with Stan. So that is going to do it for me on this Sunday morning. It is now 11:03. Biggest bear hugs go out to each of the Grizzlies and Honey Bears. Please hit the like on your way out. Email me at unwinewithteddy@gmail.com. Don't forget to check out the videos on my homepage, and also keep your beer phones on. I hope you have a safe Sunday, and I do plan to come back later tonight. I see Cups just there. Comes in, says, Happy Sunday to you. I don't know if you probably missed it last night. I was on for 10 minutes, and I played a short receipt talking about website. Yeah, when they said they design and build websites. Anyway, we'll talk more about that maybe later tonight and other things. You can make suggestions before I come on. Again, that will do it for me. There you go. Thank you to my moderators, Vicky Black, good morning, and baby Juju. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Teddy. Have a great Sunday.
Oh, talk to me. Talk to me. Alone in a room, it's just me and you. I feel so lost, 'cause I don't know what to do. Now what if I choose the wrong thing to do? I'm so afraid of disappointing you. So I need to talk to you and ask you for your guidance, especially today when my life is so cloudy. Guide me until I'm sure I open my heart. Oh yeah. My hopes and dreams are fading fast. I'm all burned out, and I don't think my strength's gonna last. So I'm crying out
open up my heart. Oh yeah, yes I do. So show me how to do things your way. Don't let me make the same mistakes over and over again. Your will be done, and I'll be the one to make sure that it counts. And in me, I don't want any doubt. That's why I want to talk to you inside and ask you for your guidance, especially today when my world seems just a little bit cloudy. Lord, you can guide me through. That's why I open up my heart, my heart, my heart, my heart. Oh, all I need to do is just hear a single word from you. Oh, I open up my heart. Just one word can make a difference in what I do, Lord. Guide me until I'm sure. I open my heart. Won't you just say one word, one word, one word, one word. I open up my heart to you, to you. You're the lover of my soul, the captain of my sea. I need a word from you. That's why I open